I'm going to talk to you today about some people-pleasing myths and truths out of my book, The Truth in the Mirror, A Healthy Guide to Self-Image. And so let's go ahead and look at those faulty beliefs that people-pleasing is based on. The first one is that you have to please other people. You do not have to please other people at all. You only need to make choices that are right for you, that you feel that God approves of. You are the one that you need to please, and God, not other people. In fact, it's impossible to please everyone. If you've got different people in your life that you're trying to please, there's no way that you can please every one of them because they're very likely to have different demands or different things that would make them happy. The next one is if you have the approval of other people, you'll be happy. It's not true. Having the approval of other people does not mean that you're going to be happy. In fact, you can be perfectly happy even though everyone disapproves of you. You just need to make sure that you're comfortable with your choices for you. The next one is that others will like you more if you're the kind of person they want you to be. No, others may like you more if you're really who you are. You don't know if you haven't shown them who you really are. In fact, if you're pretending to be someone else and people like you, you're still not going to feel good about that because inside you're going to know that's not who I am. That's a facade. That's a pretend person. So it's better to risk being who you are so that when people like you, you'll know it's the real you. The next one is if you let people see the real you, they won't like you. How do you know if you haven't done it? In fact, when you share who you really are and when you share some of your vulnerabilities and some of the things about you that require transparency, people may actually like you more and be more attracted to you. The next one is your needs are less important than other people's. That is not true. Your needs are just as important as anyone else's. And there are times that you're going to put your needs before someone else, and sometimes there's a time where you're going to put the other person's need before yours. That's how life works, how relationship works. But if you go from the premise of your needs are less important than other people, then you're going to keep saying yes, 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 yes to everything everybody asks of you to do for them, that you're going to end up having none of your needs met. Next one is you can't endure disapproval or rejection. It's just too hard. Nobody likes disapproval. Nobody likes rejection. All of us have survived and will continue to survive disapproval and rejection. It's not comfortable, but it's absolutely endurable. Next one, your self-worth and value depend on the opinions of others. That is so not true. Your self-worth and value have nothing to do with the opinion of others. Nothing, nothing, nothing. Your self-worth is based on your value first to God, that all of us are worth the same to God no matter who we are, no matter what we do, no matter how we're made, no matter how beautiful we are, how not beautiful we are, how smart we are. It doesn't matter. We're all worth the same to God. So first of all, our self-worth is based on the value that God has placed on each of us. Secondly, our self-worth and value is based on what we know to be important and how we live our life accordingly. And how we live will help us to feel better about ourselves. And so we can't base our self-worth, for instance, on the fact that, let's say, in a divorce situation, I've had a woman say, I have no self-worth because it's my fault that my husband didn't love me enough to stay. I wasn't able to keep him. I wasn't able to be a good enough woman to keep him. That is absolutely not her responsibility. The responsibility for leaving and breaking vows would be on him, not on her. Her self-worth cannot be based on somebody else's choice or somebody else's lack of response or lack of responsibility. And then the last one is if someone doesn't like you, it's because there's something wrong with you. That is so not true. There's no way that everyone's going to like you. There's no way everyone's going to like me. There's no way that you like every person that walks into your path. Each of us is a different temperament, personality. Each of us has different likes, dislikes, preferences, and we like some people naturally more than others. We're drawn to a personality naturally more than others. There's certain people that we love hanging around with, certain people we don't. Certain people kind of turn us off, or it's not a personality you like. That's perfectly fine. That doesn't make any of those people that you don't like bad or wrong or worth less. Okay, it just means that that's not a person maybe you prefer to hang out with, or a person that you prefer to make a friend of. No big deal. Okay, you do not have to have everyone like you, to mean that you're doing okay. So in other words, people pleasing. People pleasing is based on myths. Those myths have to be replaced with truths, so that you can stop people pleasing and start living in a way that you know is right for you, right before God, and something that you will feel good about for you, so that your self-worth will be rooted in being who you really are. So thank you for watching this video on Change My Relationship. I hope looking at these people-pleasing myths has really helped you. Thank you.